to get going. Gotta catch those runners taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Navigation trading on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream for Tuesday, June 9th. S&P futures, a little bit of a bounce. S&P up 37, NASDAQ up 250, Russell up 26, and the Dow's up 235. Strongest is the Russell, up almost a full percent. S&P's up about 0.5%. Gold and silver both down about 0.15. Notes and bonds a little bit green. 10-year yield down 0.25%. Oil down almost 3%, natural gas down almost 0.5%. Soybeans a little bit red, wheat's up over 1%, corn is green, euro and the pound are both up just under 0.5%. Bitcoin down 1.73%, and the VIX contracting down 4.5%. Excuse me. Currently a little above 18.06 at the freeze. Is Discord audio acting a little goofy? Everybody else hear me? Hondo says he didn't hear the intro, but here's me. Good? Okay. Let me just do a quick double check on my audio is all good. Okay. All right, so got a little bounce. Got some chip stocks higher. Some of the biggest movers on my board are Nebius up 5.5, Reddit is up 5, ARM up 4.5, MU up 4.5, SNDK up 3.5, Intel up 2.5, AMD up 2.25, CoreWeave is green, SMCI, ASML, AVGO all green, Meta's up 1%, same with Amazon. Tesla's a little bit green. Tesla started to bounce. Oh yeah, it's kind of giving it back up. NVIDIA is pushing above previous day high as we speak. On the red side, cryptos are down. Coinbase, MSTR, both down about 3%. PLTR is down 1. Apple and Microsoft a little bit red. Opening bell in about 40 seconds. Then it looks like the expected range in SPX is going to be a little over 36 for the day. There is the bell. VIX contraction, so no 1 DTE. I'm also going to watch a little bit. I'll probably do a little bit longer duration. Double calendar today. Not, we've got CPI tomorrow. We've got PPI the next day. We've got FOMC next week. So trying to find dates for DCs is not the best time. Microsoft breaking below previous day low. Russell making an initial bounce here. The ratio on that 8-9, where the 8-day options are on FOMC, that ratio has really spiked the last few days. Russell moving. NASDAQ kind of rejecting previous day high. Tesla popping back above previous day high. Yeah, I took the 3-6 off of my pinned pairs, and then I put it back on just to watch it. It's a little bit shorter duration than I like. I like to do the 3-4 on Monday. But that's usually kind of the shortest duration that I like to do. But yeah, nothing wrong with the 3-6. I put it back on because everything else I was looking at, it was a little bit longer duration. So I am watching it. You know, it's had like a bunch of things. It's had a pretty big spike in the ratio since June 4th. But yeah, nothing wrong with it. I just prefer a little bit longer duration. NASDAQ and Russell going oppo. NVIDIA breaking back down. Google and Amazon pushing higher. Apple and Microsoft flushing lower. MU and AMD dropping. A lot of chips coming down. Dropping SMH, ARM, SMCI. Which is why the NASDAQ's coming down and the Russell is moving up. Microsoft, little flush of previous day low and bounce. Tesla's up to pre-market high. It's not a specific ratio level on the ratio, Jan. It's just more of the trend of the ratio that I look at. Bitcoin still near lows. Meta back above previous day high. Yeah, I'll talk more DC stuff after we get done with day trading here. You just click on the little star, though, when you're on a pair. S&P through highs. Amazon pushed all the way up to previous day high. Nice little flush and recover by both Meta and Microsoft. SMDK popping. SMH trying to get back above previous day high. Big banks are all strong, up over 1%. I'm going to load up some Tesla calls. Not sure if I'm going to get an opportunity here, but Tesla 1DTE, I would look at the 425s. Meta trying to get back above previous day high. Google, little pullback. Apple kind of snapped back up. AMD still dropping. Nvidia tried to get back up to previous day high, getting rejected again. All right, Tesla's pulling back to that pre-market high, watching that. Microsoft getting pushed back down. It's kind of all over the place. Meta continuing a little strength. Tesla now dipping. IWM all up. AMD into the red. ARM into the red. SMCI red. Amazon rejecting a little bit. Tesla all the way back down to previous day high. Meta looks interesting. I'm going to load some 1 DTE calls in Meta. I would do the 600s. That's already kind of bouncing. Meta pulling back to that previous day high. Tesla giving it up. Amazon dipping. S&P still holding. MU is bouncing up to pre-market lows. I'm going to take a position in Meta on those 600 calls. Oops. Dang it, wrong account. I was looking at my wheel. No fill. All right, I'll try to get in Meta here. Order filled at 296 and 298. Ooh, nice little bounce right after I got in. All right, I'll take my first profits at 360. Meta's at 350. Getting close, 355. Filled at 360. Nice. Nice. I think I would have gotten even a better fill had I been not messing around in a different account. S&DK popping. SMH big bounce. Put my next profit target at 410. Right at pre-market highs. Actually, I'm going to lower that a little bit. Four even. Nice pop in the NASDAQ and the S&P, both pushing above previous day high. Meta filled at 4. The only news in 15 minutes is existing home sales, which shouldn't be any kind of a market-moving deal. Apple's still coming through lows. Tesla near lows. Nvidia's trying to reclaim previous day high, but it's definitely not as strong as some of the other big boys. SMH, what's driving SMH? SNDK's up. I mean, MU gapped up, but it's still below pre-market. AMD's weak. I'm not really sure what's driving SMH so strong. Intel's coming down. SNDK popping. It's up 7.5%. Now AMD's bouncing back in the green. AVGO is pushing. Google, little dip getting bought up.
Autofilled.
S&P and NASDAQ indices ripping. SPX almost to the expected move. A couple more points. I'm going to go ahead and put on a DC here. I'm going to do a longer duration one here that I probably won't transform today, but I'm going to do a 1720 DTE. Still holding some in Meta. I don't have another profit target in yet. S&P pushing above expected move. Did Trump say the war's over? What's going on? Did we get a war over peace? Peace talk? It's quite a push. All right, just posted that 1720 DTE. I'll definitely be holding some of that, but I'll close some by the end of the day as well, assuming it doesn't transform. I mean, Meta's moving. What else is driving this market up? I mean, some of the chips. AVGO, I guess. Oh, let me check financials. Maybe if Financials are strong. Circle is up 4%.
Order filled.
Hood's up over 2.
Order partially filled.
Tesla
Order
trying to
filled.
bounce back, still basically within its first 5-minute range. Circle's pumping. Tesla and Nvidia just kind of wide, choppy swings. Google looks like it wants to make another run. It keeps kind of getting its little dip bought up here. I've got 3 metas left. I'll put another profit target at 490. S&P, NASDAQ, little pullback. Microsoft just tried to go green. Pull back in SMH, little dip in MU, AMD, AVGO, SMCI, all the chips, NVIDIA. Microsoft rejecting previous day close, which is also pre-market high. I'm going to get some QQQ calls ready on 0 DTE. I would do the 726s. See how it reacts at previous day high here. Meta little pullback. I'm going to take some Q calls here. Right at previous day high. A little healthy pullback here in Meta. So I want to see a bounce here at previous day high, which it's dipping a little bit below it.
Order filled.
All right, maybe a quick cut here. Give it a minute. Meta's dip, trying to get bought up a little bit. All right, Q's, I've got my order ready to cut here. I was wanting to see a hold at the previous day high. It's dipping below it. Give it just a minute. All right, I'm going to cut Q's. Bit reclaims I'd consider, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Meta's starting to bounce back. I still have my runners in Meta. Google still hasn't really done anything after that first push. Nvidia coming down. Tesla still coming down a little bit. Meta trying to get back up to highs. S&P and Q's still a little bit of a dip below previous day high. Meta, nice pop back up. MU going through lows. Tesla about to go through lows.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
Quite a little reversal in the indices here.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
Amazon trying to get back to previous day high. IWM continuing to stay strong, but S&P and NASDAQ, pretty big dip. Trying to see if I can squeeze a little bit more out of Meta. PLTR tried to go green, got rejected. SMH trying to hold previous day high. AMD trying to get back in the green. SNDK's dip getting bought up. Things up 8.5%. And the cryptos are doing good, except for MSTR. Circle up 5, Hood up 3.5, Coin up 1.4. Tesla keeps holding that low, which is right around that 411 area. Nvidia trying to stay green. Apple all downhill today. Hondo, Apple puts today, or do you only do calls? Hey, you don't have to trade both directions. It takes a little more patience. Nothing wrong with that, though. Yeah, I think you can inverse your charts if you want. I think in TradingView you can just inverse them. That way it feels like you're buying calls. Meta just kind of chopping here. I've got a DCTM expiring today that needs above 74.70. So it's got a shot. I liked it better before S&P started dipping again. It's number 163. Sure, Dark Avenger, what's your idea? I'll fade it. I'm up nicely in, had a small loser in Qs. I'm up nicely in Meta. 1 minute. 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 1 AMD trying to get back up to previous day high, which is right at pre-market lows. S&P and Nasdaq's little dip, not getting bought up yet. Bitcoin going through lows. So Bitcoin weak, but some of these cryptos super strong. Hood going through highs, Circle going through highs, Bitcoin going through lows.
Order partially filled. Order filled. Order cancelled.
Nvidia breaking down. Tezzy looking like it wants to go through lows. IWM now rolling over a little bit. I'll be back in 1 minute. Yep, I've been long meta since previous day high. Not sure if you joined late. United Healthcare, not something I typically trade, but let's see what old UNH is doing. UNH is at some 52-week highs. Nvidia falling through. Tesla just broke lows. Google's still consolidating, hasn't moved. Amazon's just kind of consolidating after its initial push. Uh-oh, and his best idea, QCOM. This is the best of the best, my friends. Qualcomm is at lows of day. You shorten into the hole? Buying puts in the hole? Look at SPY and Q's reject. All the way back down to lows. Q's through lows.
Order filled.
It's not really what I wanted to see. Meta's not coming down though. It's about to break highs again. Microsoft keeps getting rejected at pre-market high, which is also previous day close. All right, Meta's dipping back down. Couldn't get through. Some weakness, a lot of weakness. PLTR breaking down. Chips breaking down. Let's see, what are the cryptos doing? Crypto's breaking down now. All right. Pretty much everything's selling except for Meta's now starting to dip too. Well, SPX pushed through its expected move to the upside in 20 minutes and now gave it all back. Yeah, and the Q's even weaker.
Order filled.
Stay strong, Meta. Stay strong. Tesla just went red. Now Amazon and Google not holding their consolidation. AVGO just went red. Yeah, chips coming down hard. All right, let's see what this little down move is doing to the old ratios. A little spiky. I put on the 1720, and that's the one that's not spiking, so that's good. All right, I'm going to give Meta a little bit more time, but I don't want to give too much back on these last few contracts I have. June 16, 17. What's going on there? Let's see. That's FOMC is the 17th. S&P getting dirty. All right, I'm going to cut out of my last few meta here. Out at 285 on those. VIX popping up to 18.6. Getting dirty. Wow. Quite the little head fake. Yeah, I keep hearing that, Tony. How's it confidential if everybody knows about it? IWM coming down to pre-market highs. Or they have a different use of the word confidential. Oh, okay. So their books are confidential. I see. I gotcha. We going sideline to sideline in the first hour? Good. Almost there. I've got it marked at
Order
right above
cancelled.
7,400. It's only 10 more points down.
Order filled. Order partially filled. Order filled.
SPX almost at unchanged. Expected move to start the day was at about 30, what was it, like 34 or something like that? Now it's 44. An hour in. I'm looking at the 7/8 DTE. It's got the longs on FOMC day. So it's not going to have a super pretty risk graph, but we can stabilize me. May be able to get a transformation. All right, just entered a 7/8 DTE. Getting a little decent little bounce in SPX, Qs, IWM.
Order filled.
Meta, nice bounce off of previous day high in Meta. Chip starting to bounce. All right, I'm going to wrap the stream. If I see anything here in the near future, I'll post in the trade channel. Otherwise, had 2 trades today. QQQ minus 340, Meta plus 1217. So we'll see if anything else shakes out here. Otherwise, I will see you all in Power Hour. Cheers.